by federal agents in Minneapolis. In a Truth Social post Sunday, Trump showed no sign retreating, said the operation was central to 2024 presidential win and Republicans' control of Congress. Tragically, 2 American citizens have lost their life as a result of Democrat-ensured chaos. The president added pinning blame on these rivals. The Philippine Coast Guard on Monday continued with rescue effort after passenger vessel carrying more than 300 people capsized in the central Philippines, leaving at least 18 people dead and dozens still missing. The incident occurring at 1:50 a.m. local time on Monday, while the passenger vessel MP Trisha Christine 3 was en route to Zolo in Sulu province after departing from Zamboanga. The PCG said the vessel had 332 passengers on board and 27 crew. Coast Guard Commander Romel Dua on southern Mindanao district said many people remain missing. An investigation was underway to determine the cause of accident. Military aircraft and vessel have been deployed to assist rescue effort, Dua also added. Diplomatic effort to end the war in Ukraine remain stalled. Talks about Abu Dhabi ended without an agreement, and Moscow ruled out dialogue with the EU top diplomat. The Kremlin said it would not engage in any discussion with EU foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas, insisting it would supply aid for the level office. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov dismissed the idea of talks outright. Peskov also said Moscow was closely monitoring U.S. plan. Golden Dome missile defense system is stressing Greenland's strategic importance for global security as well. It's a strategic location in terms of security. It has a lot of importance regarding strategic stability, security, he also added. A U.S. document on security guarantee for Ukraine is completely ready, and Kiev is waiting for a time, for a place it would be signed, President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Sunday, indicating that the weekend talks with Russia and Abu Dhabi had made some progress as well. Zelensky made this comment while addressing a new question referenced during a visit to the Vilnius with the Lithuanian capital as well. On Friday and Saturday, Ukrainian and Russian negotiators held the first time trilateral meeting, including U.S. mediator for Abu Dhabi, to discuss Washington framework for ending the almost 4-year-old, but no deal was emerged.
Передусім, це двосторонні гарантії безпеки сполучених.
4 people were wounded when an Israeli drone exploded on a rooftop of a multi-story building in Gaza City, said the Palestinian medics on Sunday. In Khan Yunus, Palestinian took part in a funeral of the relation which was killed on Saturday. The Palestinian health
সারা দেশে লাখো মানুষের কঠোর কর্মতৎপরতা ও নিষ্ঠায় এসএ পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন 16 কোটি মানুষের হাতের নাগালে। দীর্ঘ 30 বছর ধরে বিশ্বস্ততা ও দ্রুততার সাথে সেবা দেওয়ায় গ্রাহক সেবায় এখন শীর্ষে। বাংলাদেশে গ্রাহক সেবার সাফল্যের পর
Venezuela's interim president Zelki Rodriguez said on Sunday the country should not be afraid to pursue energy ties with the United States as it seeks to expand oil and gas production and attract investment. She made this remark while during an event with a work and steel company, Petro Preferency under the state stunned Venezuela. Rodriguez also backed proposed charges to Venezuela hydrocarbon framework to increase productivity and attract a large amount of international investment to develop reserves. Venezuela National Assembly approved the proposed reform in an initial vote on Thursday, with the second debate vote is still needed for the final approval. Ecuador government said on Sunday it will deepen security cooperation with the United States after talks in Quito with U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for the American Security Affairs, Joseph Heumann. Foreign Minister Gabriel Sommerfeld said the Ecuador welcomed to Pentagon official with meeting with country security bloc to strengthen the existing U.S.-Ecuador security collaboration. This discussion focused on cooperation and joint operation to targeted criminal groups, adding the Equator intent to intensify operation this year against drug trafficking and criminal groups with U.S. support. U.S. Undersecretary of Defense for Policy Elbreeze Colby and South Korean Defense Minister An Gru-bak agreed during talks on Monday to deepen the cooperation on Seoul pursuit on a nuclear-powered submarine, South Korea Defense Minister said. Colby is visiting Seoul in first-time overseas trip for the post, which comes as Washington signal it expects South Korea to take a more leading role determining the North Korea. In the statement, the minister said both sides viewed cooperation on a nuclear-powered submarine as a step that would strengthen South Korea's ability to lead the defense for peninsula and elevate the security alliance. The Pentagon new national defense strategy released on Friday that it expects more than limited U.S. role determining North Korea, South Korea taking the primarily responsibility. Taiwan is monitoring what it called abnormal changes to China military leadership after China's most senior general was put under investigation and will use a range for method to decipher Beijing intention as well. Defense Minister Washington Ko said on Monday, China announced on Saturday that Zhang Zhouya, second in command under President Xi Jinping as vice chairman on the Central Military Commission, another senior official, Louis Zhenli, were under investigation for suspected various and serious violation. Discipline has long. Zhang has long been seen Xi Jinping's closest military ally and is one of the few senior Chinese officers with combat experience, having taken part in 1979 border conflict with Vietnam. Myanmar's junta chief Min Aung Hlaing on Sunday dismissed foreign criticism for the war-torn country's general election as the final round for voting took place with the military backed, practically having security of a seat for the various round. Whether the international community recognize the war, and we don't understand the perspective the people vote is the recognition we need. Min Aung Hlaing was seen telling reporter in a video broadcast on STEP TV on Sunday, asked on Sunday about the possible role in the future government. Min Aung Hlaing said it was too early to say. Once the parliament is convened, they have been their own procedure and method selection, he also said. A group of armed attack killed 11 people and injured 12 at the soccer sport field after the match for the Mexican city of the Salamanca's mayor, the Cesar Petrillo, said on Sunday. Security personnel were seen patrolling and working at the scene of attack after the deadly shooting. A woman and a child were among those injured in the regrettable and cowardly attack in the Loma de Falls community, pulling the serious gathering. Petro added, describing
SA পরিবহন পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস এখন বিশ্ব বাণিজ্য কেন্দ্র সিঙ্গাপুরে। আপনার যে কোনো পণ্য সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে বাংলাদেশে বুকিং এর জন্য যোগাযোগ করুন। SA পরিবহন প্রাইভেট লিমিটেড, লজিস্টিক্স পার্সেল অ্যান্ড কুরিয়ার সার্ভিস, 22 রবার্টস লেন, সিঙ্গাপুর 218302। ফোন 0065 629 24900।
Before ending, we go through the SATV News headlines again. The National Crimes Tribunal sentenced former GMP chief Habibur, 2 other officials in deaths in crimes against humanity case. Mobile banking will be monitored to prevent vote buying, said Sanaullah. Foreign diplomats equipped about security for upcoming polls, said Akhtar. Families victim of 17-year disappearance are still in the most oppressed, said Jamaat chief. Hadi Abrar will come back again if hegemony returns. You are up to date with the top stories so far here on SATV. And to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.